Yes, today we are going to be looking at experiment on specific heat capacity, and the apparatus needed for this experiment. We need electronic scale to measure the mass. Then this is what a calorimeter used for measurement of heat, and here is a thermometer. Then we have water here. We need water for the experiment. Cut. We heat the mass to a particular temperature. Then we use the thermometer to take the temperature of earth. So usually I tag the temperature of earth as theta H. Then we'll find the temperature of the water using a thermometer still while this one is still being heated. So we'll find the temperature of the water. Now what I have here, the temperature reading is below 30 degrees. So let's read it accurately. What I'm seeing here is 28 degrees Celsius. So this one will be called theta C, temperature code. Theta C is equal to what? 28 degrees Celsius. So the theta earth is what we are still going to find later, because we are still heating it. The steady temperature we will still find. But while we await that, let's find the water to get hot liquid. We are going to use cold water too, but meanwhile we are heating the water. So as we are heating the water, let's quickly find the mass of calorimeter using this electronic scale. So by what I have here on the scale, it is what? 334 grams. Mass of calorimeter is equal to what? 334.0 grams. Okay, now I have taken the mass of calorimeter. I will add water to it and then take the mass again. Remember, our hot water is still on fire. So I take the mass again. So now, since there's water inside, it's going to be mass of water plus calorimeter. So we have what? Mass of water plus mass of what? Calorimeter is now equal to what? Let's see, 392.8 grams. 392.8 grams. Okay, so from here now we can find the mass of water. How do we find the mass of water? We just subtract the mass of calorimeter from the mass of water plus the mass of calorimeter. So what will it now give us? If we do the subtraction, our mass of water will be what? 392.8 minus 334.0. If we subtract it, 8 minus 0 is what? 8. 2 minus 4. If we borrow one from here, you have what? You have what? 8. Am I correct? So 8 minus 3 will give us what? 5. So the mass of water will be what? 58.8 grams. We have gotten the mass of what? Water. Now, we already know, by now you know, your physics teacher must have taught you that specific heat capacity for water, specific heat capacity of water is what? 4,200 kilogram per kilogram per Kelvin. So, what do? We have gotten the temperature for cold water, which is 28 degrees centigrade. Now let's figure out the temperature for hot, and then we quickly find the mass of cold water that is being transferred into the calorimeter. Let's do this.
Cut.
Temperature of hot quickly. Are you seeing? So you see that the mercury level has increased. It's still increasing. We will not take the temperature until we have attained an equilibrium position. What I mean is the thing is no longer increasing. So I think we have gotten there. We'll quickly take this temperature. It's dropping already. 93 degrees Celsius. So our theta hot will be what? 93 degrees Celsius. Theta H is what? 93 degrees Celsius. So let's quickly transfer it into the calorimeter and take the measurement of mass. So we'll transfer it and then take the mass of hot water now. Let's just use one stone to kill two birds. Okay. The mass is 461.4. That's mass of calorimeter plus mass of cold water plus mass of what? Hot water is what? 461 point what? 4 grams. 4 grams. So to do this, for us to find the mass of hot water, we will do this calculation later. So let's get our steady temperature. Let's find our steady temperature. You can see that the mercury level is dropping. So we won't take the reading. Let me release this. We won't take the reading until it is steady again. We will not take the reading. It's still dropping. It's dropping. This is the temperature of the mixture of cold water and hot water. This is the temperature of what? The mixture. So I think what I have here is steady. It's steady a little bit. I'll take this reading to be 52 degrees Celsius. 52 degrees Celsius. Okay, now we can now do the calculations to find the mass of hot water. How do we do this? We subtract this one, since we have the mass of what? Cold water here, and mass of what? Mass of calorimeter and mass of, let me tag it, cold water. Cold, to get the mass of what? Hot water. So to get this, mass of hot water will be equal to what? 406. So heat gained by colder body is equal to heat lost by hotter body. And of course, we know the formula for heat. Q is equal to what? MC change in temperature. So, like I said before, the hotter body loses heat. That's the hot water. And the heat gained by the colder body is by the calorimeter and the cold water inside. So, here we'll have what? MC change in theta plus MC change in theta is equal to what? MC change in theta. So this particular one is for what? The cold water. This one is for the calorimeter. Why this one is for what? The hot water. So we'll put our parameters. But meanwhile, you know that the specific capacity given for water is 4,200 joules per kilogram. Is in kilogram. But the measurement we took was actually in gram. So we'll need to convert this gram to what? Kilogram. So if we are converting this one to kilogram, we'll have what? 0.3340 kg. This one becomes what? 0.3928 kg. This one becomes what? Yes, 0.0588 kg. Now we can now input mass of cold water. What is our mass of cold water? Our mass of cold water is what? 0.3340 times. Okay, let's do something first. Let's find the change for cold. Change in temperature. Now the change in temperature for cold will be what? Theta minus theta C. Then for hot, the change in temperature will be what? Theta H minus theta. Please take note. If you swap this parameter, you will miss it. So now let's go back to what we were doing before. So mass of cold water is what? We have what? 0.3340 times specific capacity of water is what? 4,200, right? Times Change in temperature for what? Colder body. This is what? What is our theta? Our theta is 52. 52 minus what? 27. No. Minus what? 28 degrees Celsius. Okay? Plus mass of calorimeter is what? What is the mass of calorimeter? I think we found it. We didn't. Please pause.